Bloodseeker. So as we talked about on the panel, probably a slight edge in the mid lane to M1CKE here with the Lina matchup against Lesh. We've seen this played a decent amount this tournament. Lesh has been incredibly popular, and Lina has been one of the best responses that we've set our eyes on. Speaking of which, setting eyes on, Boboka is playing very aggressively onto Insania, skilling charge level 1 for some damage.
As M1CKE and Ori facing up, we have some bias here in the crowd. First it was OG, but they're not here anymore. So to the next EU. They're underway again. Insania pushing back Boboka. Mid lane still relatively even on, but 2 denies already from M1CKE, but relatively a wash at the moment. Still taking damage from Insania. If you had told me 6 months ago that Lich and CM would be played to this extent, syndereN, I would not have believed you.
Yeah, it's a really interesting development. I think especially Lich, because Crystal Maiden has kind of had her time on and off recently, but Lich, it's been quite a while since we've seen given this priority. Bit of poke back and forth.
This is kind of a weird setup right now. Monet kind of on the other side of his tower.
If Boxy got all of it, they don't really mind. Again, it's a matter of just giving Brute the space here to recover the CS in the lane. Zai currently sitting on 1-0 and 2 in terms of KDA, so...
Oh, the charge coming from the other side from Boboka, but Boxy is ready for this, but the Split Earth is there with the Pulse Nova. M1CKE taking tons of damage, does get off a good LSA, but it does not save him in the end, as Boxy getting run down now by Ori's Pulse Nova.
That's Frostbite or Crystal Nova, but against the Brood, the root is just so good to allow Sniper to get in all of that damage. Let's see if Monet's skills Assassinate or not, because we've seen different Sniper builds here on level 6, whether you take that route at all, or if you focus on maxing out headshot. Boxy with the job!
And that is enough burst damage, but Boboka charge, not in time.
It's the humiliation.
M1CKE gets credit for that kill. That is his first of the game. He has a haste roll still, and with
strike, like whatever it is at your disposal, then situations can suddenly look quite promising. Boboka with a charge, no rune here.
Boxy is here. Nice pit of malice though, but the dispose keeps XXS at bay. Already at half HP, and in comes the Lich as well. But look, 4 members of ASTER are continuing on here as Insania gets off his Chain Frost. Looks like he will drop in the end as Matu has finally come to play, but the Laguna Blade on top of the Rupture is enough to find himself a kill. Now the focus is onto Boboka, but the Sniper's gonna get the brunt of the damage as Boxy gets the stun off, and Boboka will be next. Big turnaround here for Liquid.
Roche for quite a while. Neither lineup's particularly good at it. There's a lot of risk involved. Boxy will get charged.
Charged in the top lane next to the tier 2, but the Frost Shield comes out again. Chain Frost not really bouncing, but finally does off of the creeps, and that is going to cause Ori to drop. But Boboka gets disposed, TP canceled, second kill for Liquid. A big punish in this top lane.
Rocking a BKB. Is very ready to fight. Liquid actually hitting a strong timing here, and this smoke will bear fruit.
The Horsey is there, he gets stunned and brought down. A huge kill for Liquid, but XXS has come to play with his ult. Gets off the nice Pit of Malice and Firestorm. Insania looks to be the sacrifice at the very least, but M1CKE and Matu want to continue to fight potentially. They're going to try to focus onto the Crystal Maiden, and a nice stun from Boxy on the 2 heroes with M1CKE's LSA to follow. 4 dead for ASTER overall, and they got to see Tundra beat ASTER as well. Potentially that's what we're seeing here right now, but standing onto the high ground, he is so tanky at half HP, but he'll be the sacrifice. As it looks like it's going to be a trade for the position 5s. Nice freezing kill coming out, but only delays the inevitable.
Oh, they ruptured Lesh.
Yep, he gets his Bloodstone off just in time as Matu pops a BKB, but Lesh is dead. Laguna Blade into the grave, and Boboka getting chased, but a nice Pit of Malice, keeping Boxy and company in this area. But the dispose comes out on Boboka, but he does have the status resistance, and gets the charge off. That right click is coming for him. Is that enough? It doesn't look like it. He shall live.
What an amazing escape from Boboka there, turning around to dodge the stun and then finding the charge.
M1CKE in the area, he's in Viz right now. The LSA does not connect, but they still get the stun. Laguna Blade to follow, but the Bloodstone healing up a decent amount. The BKB pop by M1CKE, and that is enough to take out Ori again. He's left by his team via the Fiend's Gate, and Liquid taking full advantage.
Yeah. That missed stun from M1CKE ends up costing him a BKB charge, but still well worth it. You're happy to get that kill. And probably the bottom tier 2 tower. I don't think you have a chance of defending this as ASTER. Well, maybe they are going to try, actually. XXS?
They know
there's no BKB, so maybe.
gets the charge off successfully inside the pit of Malice. m1CKE trying to help him out, but looks like the Chain Frost finally comes out. It's only going to connect a couple times, but m1CKE looks to be mega dead. And
what can he travel on? They have the outpost too.
Yeah.
So the connection point is there.
Ooh, Monet double damage as well. m1CKE inside the pit of Malice gets forced staff to safety. But they're going to find a Space Cow first. Laguna Blade onto XXS. A nice Chain Frost bouncing as XXS still has the BKB activated. m1CKE looks to be next on the list, but double buybacks now from ASTER, and they can reconnect relatively quickly. Especially wants to put a Fiend's Gate there. Still 5v5, but that is several buybacks from ASTER. But like you said, the BKB is very important for Liquid. Charge on to m1CKE, but the Frost Shield is going to be getting a lot of his physical damage. Foxy's going to be dead, trying to help his teammate, and m1CKE pops the BKB, trying to get the dieback onto Ori. He's at half HP, but the Bloodstone healing up to a high degree. That's not going to be enough. Ori's diebacks, and Monet stuck in. So what is it? He's just stuck there, trying to right-click his way out of this. Getting some life steal now, but Zai is going to be able to take him out in the end. It's going to be close. Monet is still life stealing, despite just standing still for the last 30 seconds. Matu has already died, and now Baboka trying to chase the Lich, but there's the rebound. m1CKE gets instantly stunned, dispose back, they kill Monet. Finally, he buys back into the game though, and now the Unleashed going to town on XXS, he's bought back himself as well. Looks like Broodmother is next here though, and now this has turned into a 3 versus 2, technically in favor of ASTER, but Baboka died. That's another dieback for him. Boxy TP.
Liquid, it's time. This age is expiring just now. ASTER will place XXS to cover the high ground. Boxy just goes in.
They know they get the bash up, and Monet is right looking from afar. m1CKE pops the BKB, gets the Laguna Blade, and now they jump on top of Monet and kill him immediately. No buyback for him. And Baboka now stuck between a rock and a hard place. That's a second. Make it 3 for m1CKE. What a fight. What an initiation with no vision, I'm pretty sure. Not able to get the rebound. Boxy has been playing out of his mind. Now down the mid lane, Liquid goes with a 7K lead, knowing that a lot of these buybacks will not be available. Only the Underlord at the moment.
And you just love the confidence from Boxy, right? The smoke breaks, he instantly just blinks up blindly and pops his ult and BKB. Finds a target, the fight breaks out, and Monet tries to come in and help, but they just destroyed him with Marcy Lina. He didn't even get to play the fight. Probably felt relatively confident with his Butterfly that he had something to stand his ground with, but just not the case. Liquid, are they actually just going to go for it?
They're going to try to go for the throne. They know that Sniper's not back for 60 seconds. Tier 4 is already at half HP. They're going to be able to take it out pretty swiftly. Can ASTER actually defend this in a 3v5 situation? Finally, a fortification is popped. They won't have one for the rest of the game in all likelihood if they continue down this mid lane. Unleash is popped for Boxy, just priming and ready to go. One tier 4 down. Will Liquid continue on here? 33 seconds on Monet. Crimson Guard are trying to make it a little bit of damage here, but there's the initiation on XXS. They get the Rupture on, and they force staff him as well, but he's going to live inside the fountain. But the tier 4 goes down as well, and now on to the Ancient. Ori pops the BKB and Bloodstone, but the focus is now on to the Ancient for Liquid. All they have to do is right-click, then they'll get game 1. Charge from Baboka, pretty big, but they can continue to right-click with the data. That's going to be enough. Liquid takes game 1. Unbelievable. I don't know how this team continues to give everybody heart attacks around the world.